Today, I'm going to be giving you my top 3 tips for learning English. Hi, I'm Josh, your American English guide. A little while ago, one of my followers on TikTok asked me what are my top recommendations or tips for how to learn English. There are many things that you can do to improve your English, and some things are better for some people than others. But these are the top 3 biggest things. If I could only tell you 3 things, this is what I would tell you. Number 1, of course, focus on pronunciation and ear training, at least ear training if nothing else, and especially for vowel sounds. Again, at least vowel sounds if nothing else. The vowel sounds and the ear training are so critically important and will help everything else that if that's all you did with pronunciation and ear training, it would give you a very big benefit in your English, even if you are already at an advanced level. So this is definitely my number 1 top tip above everything else. Tip number 2, find a TV show or series that you really like. I mean, really like it. I want you to watch the first season of that show with subtitles. You can use your own native language subtitles if you want. You want to be able to understand as much as possible, which is why you are using subtitles. Okay, this will get you invested into the characters. You really want to become attached to those characters, and it will make you want to really find out what happens in the future seasons. After the first season, no subtitles. No subtitles at all. But what if you don't understand? I mean, you have to use subtitles, right? Well, not really. The point of this exercise is not to learn new words. It's not to understand every little detail. Okay, it's not to get it right. That's not the focus. The focus is to get lots of exposure, let your brain do a lot of the work in the background, okay? You will not understand everything. In fact, you might only understand 30, 40, or 50% of the material, and that is fine, completely fine. Your job is to simply watch without subtitles, try to enjoy it as much as you can, and just don't worry if you don't understand. There are many different reasons why this is useful and why it works, but the main thing is that you're giving your brain a lot of exposure to English, and it's going to do a lot of the work in the background. Trust me, I have done this myself on accident in Spanish when I was teaching myself Spanish quite a few years ago. And there are some polyglots, people who speak multiple languages, who have used this technique as well. So I highly recommend that you do this, and this is why you really want to watch the first season with subtitles. It's not required, but it really helps you to understand the story, become attached to the characters, and then when you continue, even if you don't have subtitles, you will still want to watch it and discover what happens, even if you don't understand everything. My last tip is the simplest of all. Speak as much as possible. You don't have to do all 3 of these at the same time, and depending on how you want to go about improving your English and what you think you need to work on, you might want to just focus on one of these, or you might want to do all 3 of them and try to combine them in some way. I talk a lot in my book about how to learn a language, which I'm going to make a whole playlist about of videos. I talk a lot in that book about how to build your own path and how you can focus on a lot of listening, speak later. You can focus on a lot of speaking and then improve other areas later. But speaking is probably the one thing that most English learners or language learners in general do not get enough practice of because they're too scared, or they don't know how to find people to talk to, or whatever reason. Okay, we have the internet, we have sites like italki.com, and you can find people. It's scary, I know. I was very scared when I started speaking Spanish, but once you do it and you start making friends, it'll become a lot easier and it'll be fun, okay? But if you want to improve your speaking, the only real way to do that is to speak a lot. A lot. Even if you understand every single word, but you never speak, you won't be able to speak, okay? It's its own skill. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Do you have any other top tips? Let us know and you'll help out other English learners. So thank you guys so much for watching another lesson from English Hacks, and I will see you in the next one.